Hi everyone, delonewolf here, welcome back for some more EVE Online, and in today's video we are going to take a trip in Nullsec because I just ran a Sansha Den. From time to time I also run some anomalies, and mostly to salvage, to be honest, and this one actually escalated. So if we then go to the agency, we go for exploration and we see that there is an escalation in YMPW, which I think is in Providence. It's 8 jumps away in Nullsec, and well, with local gone there, I think it should be a lot more doable to actually take a look at those. So we're gonna risk this. Here is the Proteus that I prepared for all of this. Oh, I still do have to put these drones in their right folders. So that one is for small. Where is it? There it is. And we have 4 ogres. That should be my main DPS. We even have some salvage drones with us as well. And this ought to be good. So it's been a very long time since I actually flew a Proteus. This one is Covert capable and is also can go through bubbles. So let's get going. We've got an escalation waiting for us in Nullsec, and this one is actually, let's see if I can find it, Sansha's Nation Neural Paralytic Facility, difficulty level 5. So this is a step up from the 4 out of 10, Sansha mining colony, which actually does drop potentially awesome loot. And I am taking the short route. We are gonna take a trip through Nullsec just to take a look at the blackout as well, which should be in effect at this point. So here local, right, 19 people in local, we can see exactly what's happening. And here on this gate we do see an Osprey Navy issue that might just be scouting this out. So let's see what's on the other side here. It's a little bit risky. If it's like a terrible gate camp, we might just fly back. And we're not seeing anything, so we're gonna take advantage of that. And we're actually just going to cloak up as well. Now there is a mobile warp disruptor, but I'm not seeing anyone in it. And then an empty local. Good God, welcome. Ooh, and a couple of drones on the gate as well. Welcome to almost wormhole space. This does have that feeling, so one thing that we definitely have to do is put up the directional scanner, keep an eye on that, and you have no idea how many people are here. You have no idea who is doing what. You do know that apparently these gate rats have not been cleaned up in a little bit, because this seems to be empty. Nothing on this scan either. Of course, it's possible that there's like a dozen cloak chips actually in range, but it'll be okay. Let's jump in on the next one. Let's see what happens here. Oh, you could have information on the map, of course, but here another empty gate, and then we're gonna just cloak right away. Let's see. We do have a Macarial on the scan on this one. So that one is visible, but will he have seen me? Well, maybe if it's a scout, or if there's a cloaking scout on the gate, then my movements may be tracked. I'm also seeing a venture. That's quite brave. Might just be a bait venture though. And here in Providence, I'm definitely not gonna pirate. I'm not gonna go after anyone that's mining or ratting or anything like that. I'd rather go and defend this place so that I stay in the good graces of the local powers, the not red, don't shoot powers in EVE Online. So this is pretty exciting, I gotta say. We know that there's at least 2 people in local, but they don't show up. And then we get a couple more jumps to go, and that's when we'll have our 5 out of 10, if we're lucky. So what's next here? Still nothing on the gates. Okay. We do have a Sansha Haven that is in system. So if I'm not mistaken, these are pretty good sites to go after. Ooh, and I'm actually making a mistake here. Should be clicking on the cloak. Nothing on scan. Just try to stay as invisible as possible. And so that's the Haven. And no results. So this is a pretty big system. That is pretty obvious. And so here we do have a mobile depot. And that's it. We're not spotting anyone. Man, this feels, on the one hand, this feels very empty. This feels very strange, but there is definitely risk in this. And potentially, of course, there's also that that sneakiness that you could try now, which you could do in wormhole space. I mean, we are of course having to take gates. That'll be the place where intel will still be gathered quite effectively. But now we are in 9 UI, if I'm not mistaken. This is actually like a main system for Providence or for CVA. Let's take a quick look at this one on D-scan. So we've got a couple of Athenors. Didn't I have something in this? Yeah, I actually prepared some stuff just to see if I can get things to work here. Maybe as a sort of a base of operation. Not sure if I could even dock there. We've got rats on the gate, and we also have some wrecks here. Sansha wrecks that have been cleaned up. Okay, let's go to the next one. Don't have that much ammo with me, so but it's mostly a drone ship at this point. Here we're doing okay as well, I think. Oh, now I'm in 9 UI. That makes more sense. Here we go. That was what I was actually looking for. We've got the so-called Prometheus station here. That's actually an Asbel, I think, where you can dock as a neutral as well. I've got a capsule on D-scan. And then no anomalies or anything like that here. So unless there's miners out, this should still be quite okay. And man, this is cool. I actually feel like now I could do this because I can stay relatively invisible. They don't really know where I'm headed, what I'm going to do here, and most of the time I'm not even visible on these scans. So they would need scouts on all these gates to be able to track my movements. Let alone that hunters would have such a setup here, and then I can sneak in, try to do my thing, and try to sneak back out. So here we do have some ice anomalies. Let's see if we encounter anything on D-scan. And what should I get ready? I think we'll be very careful. We won't put out a mobile tractor unit or anything like that either at this point. It's just going to be a test to see if we can sneak in, handle a 5 out of 10 in this Proteus, and then a sneak back out. Because of course the more stuff you actually deploy and start doing, the more likely it is that you'll end up being found. So we spotted absolutely nothing on this scan here. Again, I'm getting deep into Nullsec, although that's not exactly true. I'm actually only one jump out from Highsec. Now this is full of anomalies. Okay, let's go to the next one. Final jump. And we have encountered absolutely nothing so far. We're still not seeing anyone. This system does have a lot of anomalies for you to choose from. If you would want a rat, I think in a system like that, especially as a neutral in not red don't shoot space, this is one of your best options, I think. We have an interdiction probe. Okay, that's going to be on that gate probably, but I should be able to just zoom right through it. And then strangely enough, we don't see anything on these scan, no ships or anything like that. So, well, I'm immune, so I can still land on the gate and take my jump without any problems. That went well. And then on this side we also have an interdiction bubble, so couple in fact. And lots of anomalies. Anything on this scan? No. Okay then, let's warp to quick cloak, just to try and stay off of D-scan as long as possible. And here we go, I should be in my own anomaly. A 5 out of 10, I've never done it, so I don't really know what to expect. And just to make sure I am cap stable, yes I am cap stable, so that is okay. We have a velator, jammers, so we shouldn't see sinos or anything like that here. And here is the gate, alright. Let's take it. And let's get started. 5 out of 10. Let's see if we can do this. Preemptive repping, well, we'll see how we... I think I'll try to play it safe. But now, of course, I am visible on this scan. Ooh, they've got battleships out on this one as well. Alright, let's start in that general direction. Definitely up my speed. deploy the ogres, I think. Or should I wait a little bit? Just to make sure that they come after me first. And I'm really not sure what to expect here. So now at least some of them are shooting at me, so that's okay. Ogres out and get started on that side, please. Keep an eye on D-scan. We've got an Ares on D-scan. So if I see combat probes, then I should probably look at what I'm gonna do. And let's see if we can kill first couple of rats here. That one is down. So that's pretty good on the tracking there. And we are taking enough damage that we're gonna have to decide on how we're gonna play this out exactly. So next up, take out the butcher. Let's maybe put one ogre on this one as well. See how we can handle that. Those are decent hits. What's my speed like? 461, that's not a lot. Is this a tick? Oh, it's a tick 2 afterburner. Should do okay, although I don't feel like I'm really fast. Quick scan again. Someone's actually talking in local. Scan a Demos now. He might want to try to like intercept me or something. I may have been spotted. We'll see. And is this still, yeah, this is still Providence, so this should, if I'm not mistaken, be like not red, don't shoot space. And I'm actually taking a surprisingly large amount of damage. Let's go after that first battleship here, see how we can handle that one with 4 ogres. Keep an eye on the D-scan. Now we've got a Loki coming out. I think he's basically saying, oh, do you want to fight? I've got something similar and ready for you, but that's not really the aim here. And can we break these battleships while we are taking a little bit of damage though? So let's maybe pull away. Yeah, look at that. Oh my god, that's a decent amount of DPS. So let's take some off the field, please. Let's see if I can actually go after... Ooh. What the hell? I'm actually being broken here? Good thing I am currently training for a Loki. No, for a Tengu. I think a Tengu can much more easily kite this out and apply a lot more DPS than this. And this guy is slowly being broken. And then the real question is if I would put in the Null M. Ooh, one eye on the D-scan. Can I actually shoot these guys? Like that. Yes, I can. Okay, oh, that's good news. That's good hit at 10 kilometers. What's my optimal range with this? 5,000 meters only. So that's really only for the very closest ones. That's a battleship down. And let's go after these guys next. Now we're just gonna try to take some DPS off the fields. We'll maybe take an anchor like this guy. Orbit at current. Scan. Still have the velator up. And there go my ogres. See if they can track this butcher. Yep, they can. So that's good that we can take these small guys out like this. Let's go for the next one then. Definitely an interesting first room. What's the value as well? 700k for a single battleship, and you get several of them in here. Oh, they also have a tower. Interesting. And as long as they're not going after my my ogres, I'm feeling decently good about this. Let's see how we do against one of these hellhounds. And for now we're basically gonna orbit this battleship. Keep an eye on the scan. I think if you're smart, then you can now see that I have created Rex, so they know that I'm doing something here that's PvE oriented, and these guys are doing just fine. That one next maybe. So that's looking good. Still checking D-scan. Alright, you're next. We're just slowly going to take care of all of these rats while we now clearly avoid the damage pretty easily. So I still love drone platforms, but can you imagine at Tengu I would also have the missile power DPS? I would be able to up my clearing speed by quite a bit. Of course, on the other hand, if PvP happens and I put in the void and they actually decloak on me or something like that, I would be ready to like do full DPS on them as quickly as possible. So we're still definitely not spotting combat probes. I'm not sure how long it would take for someone to actually probe me down, but we're gonna just keep an eye on things. Go ahead, please one-shot that butcher. And now we are still slowly orbiting that big battleship. And my ogres are actually missing. Full misses. There we go. That's what I want to see. Next one. Scan. We've got an Astero coming. Okay, he might be like a prober. So we're going to be a little bit careful here. Eye on D-scan. Alright, cruiser down. Next one. And that's my anchor, no doubt. So I think we could... Well, we'll leave those for the last. Right now they're not hitting me. That all looks quite okay. Let's see if we can do... oh yeah, it's only 4 ogres. So let's see if we can basically speed it up a little bit. If they can like two-shot these frigates... Then, now we get a Kikimora coming out. He's showing off everything that he's got, I think. I'm not gonna take the bait. Yep, so they can two-shot them. So an individual ogre on an individual frigate does speed things up. Look at that. All that red is just gone all of a sudden. Go like this. That. And then maybe we'll also go after the small tower here. Just trying to clear everything out. And then are they just seeing that I'm on D-scan? Maybe they are. Luckily there's like no anomaly or anything like that for them to go after. And let's see if we can spot the information of these guys. Trillium wanted. Okay, and honorable third party. I think those guys would fight. Astero out again. We are gonna have to look for those combat probes, in my opinion. I'd rather take out the cruisers first, so go like that. Alright, that one is next, please. Kikimora. Maybe they're fighting amongst themselves, because there's definitely more people here now. Alright, let's take that Centus Lord next then. At this point I could probably try to increase my DPS as well. Let's head in here and go after that Savage Lord. Unless my ogres can take care of this one more quickly. 500k, 700k, and these are a tenth of that. Of course they die so much more quickly. And here we go. Ooh, he's actually running away from me. And he might actually have the speed for it. Oh no, I'm slowly catching up to him. Not seeing anything. Alright. Osprey, yeah, there's definitely some stuff happening, but it doesn't look like they're coming after me. You could also, I think what could be interesting is to look at the solar system map, and I'm right smack in the middle of it, so yeah, everyone that is here does pretty easily spot me on their D-scan. So they know that we are out. That one's down. Let's go after this one next. Let's actually start heading for the gates. Let's see if we can orbit that one. Let's take a safe orbit at first here. 5k. So again, Demos, Kikimora. Then probably an empty velator here. looking good. And then my turret's actually tracking, I think. Or are they just... No, no. They are tracking my targets. But of course we're still way too far away to go after them. And yeah, those missiles, they do decent amount of damage application. Now we could also go for like mobile tractor unit, but that just gives them even more options to try to combat probe me. We've got a Nemesis now, so there is definitely some stuff happening. Mobile depot. And then we have one final battleship, and then we can do room number 2. I'm not sure what to expect. As I've said, this first room was quite okay. Yeah, I think we'll be fine here. Let's approach. Closing the orbit. Come on, ogres. Take this guy down. He is the 700k one, so this one might actually have a little bit more HP and resistance. So let's see if we can still do this smoothly. There's the armor. Oh, and I should also look maybe at like the loot. I'm not sure. I think we'll try to spot like a true Sansha. This one is not noted as a true Sansha, so yeah, we're basically learning this site. What was it called? Neural Paralytic Facility. I'm actually gonna write that down just for reference sake. Neural Paralytic Facility. Okay, there we go. Just so that I know what I just did and what this one is like. An eye on the D-scan, of course. Pretend you're in wormhole space. And yeah, he's breaking. Okay, although he didn't break too easily. Let's get this one. Let's recall our drones and let's take a look at that second room. How bad will it get? I have no idea. So we can definitely approach the gate at this point. He's still blowing up. Alright, there he goes. Yep, undocking. Apparently some people are playing some undocking games here. Let's go. Acceleration gate. What's next? Kikimora, Osprey. Alright. There we go. Room number 2. Alright, let's be careful. Ooh, oh man, that's a lot of guns as well. We're just gonna pull straight away from all of this. Let's go. How bad is it gonna get? Alright, not too bad, although it is definitely a lot of them. And then do we see something like a true Sansha here? Or what is it? No, we actually see another gate. God damn, this is gonna take some time. Alright. Quick scan. Still nothing. Alright. I think we've got their attention. Let's start with what's closest. Keep pulling away. 20 kilometers. Go. And the small stuff as well. And keep scanning. That does add a layer of risk to all of this, but let's go. So we get some of the small ones that are coming after me. Alright, first one down. Next. Still looking alright. Next one. Okay, good stuff. Hitting those... maybe I will prep my longer range ammo. Just in case. And after that we've got some small stuff. So that's gonna be one ogre on all of these. See if we can take care of them that way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if it works. Ooh, that one is actually far away, but alright. Gotta risk it. Like that. Then probably this cruiser after that. That one actually gets hit first. Okay. So nothing with a T. That one's down. That one's down. Good. I guess we'll go after some of these guys first. Not sure what they're going after next, but alright. So this is doable. Let's maybe do an orbit at current around the gate. See what that does. And then this guy needs to go down. And at least we can see the end of all the red. Ooh, and they're going after some of my ogres. Okay, gonna have to keep an eye on that. Nope, they're still being hit. That does decrease the DPS on me, of course, while I'm being targeted. But we're gonna have to do a quick return to drone bay here. Look at this guy. Alright, Redeemer now. In we go. We could do... Let's see, we've got small, small, small. We could go after that with some small drones, just to see how they do. There's still just enough. Go like that. So that one's down pretty quickly and effectively. Phantasm, Phantasm. And then a Fiend. Let's see. This is all okay. Another small target down. And then let's see if we can maybe quickly go after like these sentry guns, as we've pulled everything away from them. And how quickly my drones can tackle those. 55, that's doable. These can... Let's maybe up this one a little bit. So that's the big advantage of these small drones, of course, is they do have that mobility. I'm taking a little bit more damage, but if we can clear all of these out effectively, then I think we'll be okay. Yep. Next. That is something that you could also consider doing early on, but Ogres is the max DPS, and having them on the field as much as possible I think makes sense. Next one down. And man, yeah, this is taking a lot longer than the high six sides, I must say. Although maybe you can learn, of course, exactly. There's maybe like a target that you need to kill to unlock the gates. Although I think we'll need to basically kill everything for that. These guys are too far. Okay, then we'll see how my 5 small drones actually do against the cruiser. More people announcing themselves in local. Interesting. Let's see how the Fiend reacts to 5 small drones. Yeah, that's definitely not super fast, right? Or is it because they're not... Nope, that's all of them hitting. Yeah, that's way too slow. Let's return these guys. We gotta start punching up here. So it's gonna be ogres again, I think. That's the good thing. These guys are fast. They should have recovered now. Exactly. So here we go. Fiend. Scan. We're doing fine on the armor. And then maybe we should not go like that, but keep a visual. So we get a Panther now as well. Okay, well there's a Sino Jammer. And then quick look here. So what you could then do is always decide on having targets that are nearby. so that my ogres don't need to travel too much. Now we get a malediction as well. Let's see what's next. And we'll go after the Hellhound here. And then we'll work our way up here. Still scanning. A mobile tractor unit. You could do that, I think. But yeah, it does clearly show what you're doing then. While now they have to basically scan for wrecks in order to realize, oh okay, this guy is actually running something. And next here, so these guys I think are all targeted. Let's go for him. Come on guys, hit, hit, hit. And yeah, it is a lot of DPS, I would say, because if I'm right in the middle of them, no, I would get burned down here pretty quickly. So I have to do the kiting game, which there's better ships for that. As I've said, I think at Tengu, yeah, you can add the missile launchers, you can apply your full DPS. I think that would be great. I'm actually training for that now. Caldari strategic cruiser right there. But for now, this is also like basically a PvP brawling option, right? If someone does come in, I've got the Void ready, I've got the Scram ready. Basically hope that they are micro-overdrived, so that I can you know, catch them and then just brawl them down with my full DPS. That's the design of this ship at this point, of course. So next up we get this Mutilator, then we get this guy, then we'll move up here. And how many battleships here? 1, 2. Ooh, man, that's that's still a decent amount of battleships as well. This one is 800k. Centus Overlord, is that maybe the target? Centus Overlord. Maybe we're gonna keep him for last. And or of course, no. I thought for a second there that they were gonna fight this. Yep, they are Savage Lords. Okay. Scan. Panther Bastards. So they are going after... Is it this one? No, they're going after one of the other battleships. I'm actually taking a bit more deeps now. Let's see if I can spot which one it is. Maybe this one? Ooh, look at my increased damage taken. That's because I'm of course coasting into range of all of these battleships. So we're gonna try to... yeah. Okay, well, we're taking care of the first one. I'm just gonna start pulling in a straight line away from everything if I can. Have armor. Yeah, don't want someone decloaking on me right now. Less than that. Good God. Yeah, okay. Next up, the closest ones, I guess. Keep going. Take that DPS out. We're slowly pulling back a little bit at this point. Centus Overlords. So it's probably him hitting me like a truck because he's only 20 kilometers out. He's 800,000 in bounty value. Alright. That stuff next. Well, I wouldn't want to have to do this in an Ishtar. A Gila, honestly, will probably have the ability to deploy lots of DPS. So that would not be a problem. But yeah, happy that I'm in a tech tree, to be honest. Or, of course, learn the site so that you know exactly how you should guide, where you should guide, all of that stuff. So I think we'll just continue working on these cruisers. We're finally catching up a little bit. And I guess I could just try to stay away from the Overlords at the 35 kilometer range and hope that that was really the problem. This needs to go down as well. Phew, we made it, I think. Alright, now let's keep orbiting him. That should increase my transversal. And we're actually gonna put 2 on the Spectre. See if we can take care of the 2 sentry guns quickly. And in that general direction I'm not seeing anything, so that should be okay as well. And now my ogres have been left alone, and it is starting to finally decline, but look at that. So 800, oh, there's several of them, so this is not gonna be where the loot's at. But breaking these guys will be more interesting, I think. So let's go. Scan, that's okay. Sentry gun, take it out. I thought it was only 1 overlord, but there's definitely more of them. Okay, go down. Now take care of this sentry gun, please. Devoter, Panther. At least I'm not actively being hunted as far as I can tell. And then maybe we should just... Well, that's my anchor, actually. Okay, well, let me tell you here, my first experience in this 5 out of 10. Cap stable is important. Tech 3, I think, is also decently important. And it is not easy. This is taking a long time. We've already been going at this for more than half an hour. We're basically, you know... Oop, there's another Tengu here now. Oh, there's actually 8 Tengu here, I should say. Right, he's down. But this is a decent amount of bounties as well, I think, if you tally all of this up. So, might just be worthwhile. But chaining these or keep doing these for like a very long period of time, I'm not sure if I would ever do or try that. So let's take care of that Spectre now. And then I guess we could go for the Savage Lord here first. Let's go. Should I die for him? I don't think so. We're just gonna allow the drones to do their work. And then Savage Lord, 500k, should be one of the easier to destroy. I'm seeing another one there. So let's go. Hit. So the good news is, it does look like my ogres rarely miss. The bad news is, this is still a decent amount of HP, and it's taking a pretty long time to take care of them. What I am noticing here though is that a lot of these are pulling away from me constantly. So not sure exactly how to best handle them. Sentry drones, I think these guys would stay at a good range for sentry drones, but just considering how much of the other stuff is there as well, just sitting there in a Nishtar, the way you can very easily do in the high 6 sites, is not an option in this 5 out of 10. So just destroy all of this stuff. What would maybe also be cool is if you could actually see on the accelerator gate that it would be like a locking icon or not, so that you know, okay, I actually took care of the trigger just now, and so you can learn the sites without having to go to a wiki to know exactly what you need to do. I suspect I need to kill everything, so that's what I'm gonna start with. But yeah, just doing this here now, that might be interesting, right? If you would actually see on the gate, oh, this one is locked. And then, alright, I just killed something and I'm noticing that it unlocked together with the sound. And then you'd be fine. That could have been interesting indeed. But alright, next one. Panther still out. There's actually a jump bridge here. We might take a look at that next. No way that I can use it, of course. It's gonna be restricted, but might be cool to look at. Local is empty again. And yeah, also maybe first experience here flying in Nullsec, although this is of course Providence, not that I don't shoot, so there's a relatively different vibe of course when it comes to being hunted. I think you would recognize that much more quickly, but I feel like I can do this now that I don't show up in local. They can still very easily know that I'm here, of course, going after the D-scan, but they don't know who it is. They have no idea who the pilot is unless they come on grid with me, and that makes a big difference. If they would look at me, my kill board history, things like that. They'd know I'm a PvEer. They'd know that I would not be hunting them down. And, you know, pirates, bad guys would then say, alright, that's a target we might actually want to probe for. Now they have no idea why this Proteus is constantly on this scan. They can expect what I'm doing, of course, but there's no way for them to be sure either if this is worth it. And yeah, that makes a big difference, I think, without local for the small guys as well. Next up, Sentus Overlord. Let's go after one of these with the 800k bounties. Oh, that's gonna be my anchor though. So let's start to anchor up on this one. Current 48. It's probably gonna switch my direction a little bit. Still looking good. And now we're working on that Sentus Overlord. An Epital. Okay, still no combat probes, so that's good. And then now, let's see if we can actually. Ooh, man, that's a decent amount of repping. All right, 81%, 79. Okay, with a couple of good hits, we should be fine. I'm avoiding all the Sansha lasers as well. He's half armor. But if it's a true Sansha battleship, then I think that could be tricky. So we will see. Maybe I'll go for. Let's see where he's at. Should I go for his loot if he has any? Seems, yeah, he's definitely away from everything else. So that's good. I might actually just do that. Let's start flying in this direction then. Overlord, Savage Lord, should be doable. And just slowing down, you can see the amount of damage that you take from these battleships. It's not nothing if you don't guide it well. So yeah, a better Afterburner for more speed could definitely help. And then armor rep, obviously you could upgrade that as well. But for now, I want to see what kind of earnings I can get here with just a straight up Tech 2 fitted, nothing too blingy Tech 3 ship here as my first experience in 0-0. So out we go. And then, he didn't have any loot. Yep, okay, interesting. He didn't have any loot. Let's go in, maybe orbit at 30. So that we stay in range for our drones as well. Quick D-scan, still doing okay. And now for these last few battleships. We could, of course. We're gonna be in the middle of them. So I'm still not sure if I should or shouldn't get closer and use my full DPS here. Maybe I should give it at least a try once this battleship is down. So we'll do an orbit at like 2,500. What's my optimal? Yep, 2,800. So let's go in here. Let's see if close up we can do better DPS, take care of these guys more quickly, and basically get through the site a bit more quickly. But also, of course, we'll be taking more damage, as you can tell from this right here. So we're gonna start to fire already well ahead of time. Miss. Full miss. And you can see incoming DPS is definitely up. So now let's brawl, Sansha. I'm coming for your battleship. Alright, all of these are gone. Feeling a bit better about that. Still, I think, completely missing. Yep. But we should slowly be getting into range. And there's the dangerous space atmosphere that you can hear in the background from time to time. Same thing in... ooh, someone is actually taking an Orca out. I'm not gonna go after an Orca. Oh man, these shots are so wide. How huge is that ship and you can't even hit it? That's really terrible, but alright, lesson learned. Blaster's still missing, so you should probably just do a straight up an approach here if you want to get at least a couple hits in. I am counting the incoming damage though, so it's probably possible to get two so close that there's nothing they can do. So right now they're just not hitting anything. Okay, that's interesting as well. You can basically get under their guns as well. Okay, that's cool. Let's go. These cans still empty. But yes, a Tengu I think would make a lot more sense than a Proteus. Maybe a Loki as well. This is a slow one to run this in. Still, it's an interesting experience. So, keep firing now. Get into range. Start hitting him. He's trying to run away and still is that... I mean, is this big and you're not hitting him? Good God. Well, I think we'll switch to the other ammo for the next one. There we go, finally. Let's do an orbit at 1000 so that we can now see my shots hit him. We get right up close and personal. It's adding a bit of damage at least. And then this one now. Approach. Let's switch to the null ammo to see if that does better at this range, for instance. It did the last time. Could even take out a small frigate with it. So let's start firing with this. Oh yeah, straight away we're hitting those shields. So that's the ticket. Don't try to go for that max void DPS. Keep that in case of a real PvP brawl. But when it comes to these guys, go like this, put your orbit at maybe 5k or something like that, and then have this hit all the time. Okay, alright, definitely another lesson learned. I'm not sure what his lasers are shooting at, but I'm under his guns, so he's having a hard time tracking me as well. And what was it called? Let's see if I wrote this down correctly. A neural paralytic facility. Okay. And we get the epital, fax, okay, that's all looking good. This guy is going down. Return the ogres, and then we get 50 kilometers to the gate. And blop. Okay, I didn't hear an unlock. Maybe it's because we're too far away, of course. That is definitely possible. Descan, the Panther is back out. Okay. And there are plenty of sites to run, so maybe the Panther is actually doing some ratting. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think it's a great ship for that. Let's see if I can do a show info on it. What is it exactly? Turret damage. Yeah, Covert Sino. So, whoops. That was not what I meant to do. I meant to do this one. So now my probes are out. Let's recall them. That should confuse them a little bit. So these are back, we are good, and we are taking the gate into the third room of this 5 out of 10. Let's see if we can spot a true Sansha here. Because so far absolutely nothing. Also, if you have more experience in this and you know, well, that's the trigger, you can get through these rooms more quickly this way or that way, definitely feel free to post that in the comments. Because this is taking a long time. We've been going for 50 minutes just to clear out the first 2 rooms. Let's hope that it's not a 4th room then. Sansha's Nation, yeah, these guys really don't like us anyway, so that doesn't matter that much. And look at the amount of effort. Whoops, did I just double click something? I think so. There we go. Yeah, Sansha's Nation definitely doesn't like us, and this is a lot of work. In this amount of time, to be honest, you could do a lot of high-skill exploration. This was how much in bounties here so far? 6.5 million or something like that. Oh, and now we do get a message. When you wake up in your next clone, remember it was the Master's will that you died here from Etion09. Okay, let's keep an eye on that. That's a little bit scary. Let's go. Let's see what we got here. Final room. That's a lot of guns. That's a group over there, a group over there. We are gonna pull straight up. Full speeds. Couple guns this direction. Are these the small ones? I'm actually gonna... Whoa! We're also getting whipped. That's bad. That's really bad. Where is the webbing tower? Or who is doing the webbing? 3 stasis towers. Good God. That's gonna be a real pain in the butt. I should probably just pull away from everything. Let's see. Yeah, this is not good. Return. Planets. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I want my drones back. Get the hell out of here. Get this one. What the hell? Oh, 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 go, 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 go. Just a bit more. Come on, no, don't blow up. Oh my god. This 5 out of 10 just got my Proteus like it's absolutely nothing. That is kinda crazy. Okay. Do they go after my... nope. Okay. Let's take safest. I think. Because this is next to high sec. Safer. How do you do that? How do you do this room? If anyone can tell me, feel free to post that in the comments. Because, yeah, I just kind of failed here. I'm actually gonna share this one because this is nuts. That was not what I expected. This is such a big step up from a 4 out of 10. That's just crazy. Anyways, I'm retreating. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Let's hope I don't get caught in a bubble. I do. No, I don't. Let's get out of here. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, I'll see you next time.